Okay. Yes. So what we did last time was we drew the pieces, the assets for the pieces, these things. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna write the rules for them to move. So we already have the rules for the pawn and the rook. So what we have to do is do these. So let's do that. So bishop, the range for the bishop, and it's gonna be 8. Queen, it's also rule 8. I think this is a one longer than the usual rule for regular chess, because they can only move 7 squares. These are actually all the different directions that the pawn, the rook, bishop, and the queen and the king can move in. So these are I means it's 1 plus, 0 means it's 0, and n means it's -1. So and I should have just went with the like, instead of naming the directions like this, I should have just have a list of the moves like this. But I wanted to be able to compare the directions, and I didn't want to write an array compare function. I don't know why. Okay, so let's we're missing the knight moves. So let's go knight moves, and the knights are gonna move. So let's start from the top and go clockwise. So the top is I2, right? So that means x is 1, and then y is 2. So if I had to write this again, I would just go with these things as literal directions instead of naming them. So, but now that I've already done that, let's just go with that. So the next one is I2I, and that's 2, 1, 0. The reason that the z coordinates are 0 is just because we don't want to move in the y in the z direction, like up and down. Eventually we might implement it so that they can move up and down. Right now we're not even allowing people to rotate, so you can't really see the z direction. So the next one is I2, and then -1. So it's 2, -1, and then 0. Let's make that. The next one is, I think, I, and then -2 is 1, and -2, 0. So right now we have the bottom right. So -1 and -2, I believe. Yeah. -1 and -2 and 0. Next one is -2 and -1, and 2 and -2, -1, 0. And then it's -2 and 1, -2, 1, 0, and -1, I2, -1 and 2. Okay, so I think that's all the knight moves. Oh, and we have to do this for the back, and so and here. So right now we have. So here we're using all the named moves. So we have pawn, rook, knight, bishop, king, and queen. So except for the knights, actually all of these guys will have the same kill moves. The only exception to this is the pawn, which doesn't have the same kill move as the regular move, because the pawn kills diagonally and it moves horizontally and vertically, right? So, oh, hey. So the knight is going to move, we just copy these, and so let's do something like this, like that, and then oops. So that should be the knight moves, and then the bishop is just the same. Actually, not the same as the rook. It's gonna be, I think, I0. It's always except for the knight, the last thing is always 0, the last coordinate. So I0 minus I minus 0, oops. And then right, yeah, and N0, and then NI0. So this is upper right, lower right, and lower left, and upper left. The king is going to be actually the king is going to be the same as the rook, and it will also have the bishop moves diagonally. So this is horizontally and vertically and diagonally. And the queen is also going to have the same moves. So, and the only difference between the king and the queen is that the queen can move 8 places, and the king can only move 1. That should, and the kill moves for all of these guys are going to be the same as the regular moves. Okay, so that should be it for the client, for the front end. So the reason that we have these on the client is because we want to check if a move is valid before we send it to the backend, and then on the backend we'll also have the same set of rules and then validate there. So I think we could have one copy of these rules just on the backend, and then the client can request these rules and then apply it on the front end. But I think for now we can just copy these, and then we'll just copy these and have 2 separate copies. I know that's usually not what people recommend, but for some reason on the back end I omitted the Z axis. Anyway, oh, I'm an idiot. I already have the knight moves here. Okay, let's double check if it's the same. So we have I2I, the knight I2I. Let's check it. I2I, I I2 and I2. Yeah, I think this is all there. Okay, so let's add the pieces. Like that, and we just copy that there. And directions, kills, moves, and pawns are the only ones. Let me check something. Moves and then kills. Oops. Yeah. Okay. So the only guy that checks if a move is different than the kill move is the pawn. Okay. So yeah. So that's sort of an optimization that I did. Quote unquote optimization. So we don't actually have to. We only need the pawn here in the kills object. So we can just copy the regular moves, and then we'll be copy it over here, right? And then I think we'll be done. Knight. Okay, so pawn already there. Rook done. Knight. Okay, so I2 is there. I2I, I2N. IN2, yeah, NN2, N2N, N2I, and NI2, yep, so they're the same. Okay, so I think this is everything. So let's restart the server. Here. And let's see if, oh, okay. Oh, we need to sign in again. User 1, okay, login. And so let's see if we can move. So sanity check. I'm gonna move this guy here. Yeah, that works. This already worked from before, so the pawn is working. Okay. Oh, okay, see, that's the king. This is the queen. Oh. Okay, all good. The bishop, good. The rook, no, that's the same. We have two rooks there. So the knight, oh, cool. I was kind of worried that the knight wouldn't work because it's kind of an odd piece. All right, so that's that. Let me commit this, and then we'll do something else. Move. Rules. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we'll finish up loading the army. So so when somebody signs up, we're gonna load the entire army. Up to now, we only loaded the single pawn. The reason you see all of these guys here is because I added them manually to the player. So let's go over here to build army. Right. So this is where we initialize the pawn. So let me show you what's going on. So when somebody signs up, user 3, I'm gonna register. They'll get a this is weird. It's very it's weird that it loads here. Oh no, it's not weird at all. Yeah, it's just one. Okay, so so I signed up as a user 3, and it built me an army of one pawn right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tell it to build the entire army, all 8 pawns. pawns to two of each of these guys, and then pawn and king. So and the way we're going to do that is we'll just for now we'll just set a set configuration in each of these grid. So we'll get the grid position, and then we'll add a fixed coordinate for relative coordinate for each piece. And so let's do that. Let me see. So make piece. We want to. Let's see here. We could call make piece for each individual piece, but let me see if there's a faster way to save stuff to the database, because we're using Mongo right now, and I'm not sure if adding pieces individually to the database is faster or is a lot slower than adding all of them at once. So let's see. Mongo batch insert faster. Bulk operations. Okay, let's see. Insert when many documents already exist. Database bulk inserts. Bulk inserts are no wrappers for regular inserts. Bulk insert. Yeah, okay. Let me see if we're using the Mongoose wrapper for MongoDB. Batch insert. Support batch insert. Yeah. Faster approach. It's a better way to do inserts if you are dealing with a very large bulk or reverse large. A million documents. Huh. We're never gonna insert a million documents at once. For unless we have like 100,000 players. Insert docs is the way the elements be inserted. Options. We might just be able to do this. Potato collection. Why is there a collection here? Do you need a... There's gonna be a lot of quiet moments when I figure out what to do. Because I don't actually, sometimes I don't know how to do some things and I have to look it up. Insert multiple documents, products, DB tech products, insert. This is Mongo, we don't need this. Let's just try and do this and see if it works, and maybe there's an encrypt. Actually, you know what? We should get it working first, and then we'll try and optimize it. Okay. So make piece. So let's say we're gonna have. Okay. So for our army equals that, and then we're gonna loop through the army and then just call custom army get length plus plus, and then we're just gonna call this guy. Interesting. If this guy finishes, he's gonna send back. Okay, so we can't just loop synchronously. We're gonna need to loop asynchronously. So async, I think it's each. Let me see. Async each. The library that I'm using for like most of my asynchronous calls is async this guy. It's the first thing that I found there when I started doing JavaScript. And if you do any kind of JavaScript on the back end, you need to use asynchronous functions a lot. So this is what I'm used to using. There are a few other alternatives like promises, queue, I think, but I haven't dig deep into them much. I just stuck with this. So download. Okay. Each. That's what I'm looking for. Each applies the function iterator to each item in parallel. Okay. Yeah. So each files, save file. What is save file? Iterator function to apply. Okay, so it's gonna save, and then it's gonna. This is the return. Okay. So async each, and then army, and we're gonna say what is item down, and here we have error. So it's gonna, for each one we're gonna call that, and then we'll call done, and when everything's done it will come back out to here. So oops. So we can add this guy here because each item is gonna be one of these guys. This is going to be a long list. Quadrant X plus. Okay, so I wonder if they're. Okay, let's put the lines up here to make it a little. Oops. So it takes less space. So we do this pawn. We're gonna put the. For now, let's just put them in order. Pawn plus 0, and then pawn. Plus 0, plus 1. There's another pawn, and then we'll do. I plus 2. This is gonna take a while. 3. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know what? We'll even save more space. Put all the braces on the same line. But Okay. So, and then we'll do the pawn, the 2 rooks, 2 knights, 2 bishops, king and queen. So where were we? 8, and rook, knight, bishop, king, and queen. And okay, so I'm gonna call here, down here. So rook is gonna be, let's put it in the next row, column, next column. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So let's hope there's enough space here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is horrible. Okay. Oh wow. I kind of want to put them on the same. Oh well. Okay. So let's hope this works. If not, we're gonna have to do a little bit of debugging. So install. So let's go back to sign up as somebody new, and let's see if it creates an army for us. Oh, where's my army? Oh no. Oh, there we go. Okay, excellent, cool. Here we are. And you see how it populates a new army right next to somebody's quadrant. Yeah, so we did that because we don't want to drop people like somewhere else where they're alone and they have to walk a long way to meet somebody to fight. We want to drop them right like as close as possible to somebody. So that's pretty close, and we can actually go and eat that guy, and if we reload, that guy will be gone. Well, I just want to show you that it's, yeah, he's gone. Okay, so so that works. Let's rearrange the army so that it's it's more reasonable, so that it's not just like 2 columns. So I think we can put the king and the queen somewhere here in the middle, and then the pawn is going to go around them. Maybe put the knights somewhere, and then the bishop, something like that. Okay, so we have 8 pawns, so we're going to put and then 4 directions. So let's put 2 on each side. Right. Okay. So, and I think actually let's do the king and the queen first. So I'm gonna put the queen right here and then the king right here. So that is queen is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 0, 1 right here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So queen is gonna be 4, 5, and then the king is gonna be 5, 4. So king has 4, 5, and the queen is gonna be 5, 4. I hope. I think that's in the middle, right? Here, so 4, 5, and then 5, 4. Yep. Okay, so, and then let's put the king and queen here, the bishop next diagonally. Anyway, let's put them further apart. So the bishop. You know, in future we might add more pieces than there are in actual in the regular chess, because this is you need. We'll see, but I think we need more pieces to like protect from all sides, because you're gonna potentially have enemies on all of these directions. So over here, over here, over here, over here, over here, here. So you're gonna need a lot of pieces to protect the king and the queen in the middle. So let's go with the rook. Let's put the rook. So the rook is the king and queen are here. So let's put the rook. Let's go with bishop. Bishop right here. So right here and then over here. Here and here. So here is 4 and 4. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 and 3. And then over here is 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and 6. Okay. So 4, 3 and then 6. So bishops. 3 by 3. Oops. And 6 by 6. And then the knights are going to be, let's put them here. Let's put the knight here. Well, we're gonna. I think we're gonna go back and change them later. So 3 and then 9, 8, 7. 7. Okay, and then 7 and 3. 3, 7 and 7 and 3. So 3 and 7. And 7 and 3. And the rook are gonna be. Let's put the rook here. Here. And here. This is very vertically oriented. So the rook is gonna be. Also, it's even, so we can't really orient it. Maybe I should make it 9 by 9, the grid. Anyway, so rook. Let's reload and see if we did everything right. User 5. It always starts the map at the 0, 0 point. So that's something we gotta change. Okay, so here's the army that we just loaded. Okay, so it's loading the king and the queen, and then the bishop, and the knights. The knights are a little bit off. Maybe it should be over here. Here? Yeah, I think we should move it over here. So that's, what is it now? So 3 by 9, 8, 7, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 by 2. 0, 1, 2. 6 by 2. I knew we got something wrong. So the knight. 3 by 7 and then 6 by 2. Okay. So let's put the rook over here. Here. Let's put the rook here. So 6 by 2, 3, 4, 6 by 4, and 3 by what now? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. 3 by 5 and 6 by 4, right? 3 by 5, 6 by 4. And now the pawns. So all the pieces are in this Okay, so let's put the 2 pawns here, 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 and here, 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 3 in. Maybe spread them out a little. I have no short-term memory, so let's see. Log in. Register. Come on, where's my army? There we go. Okay, so let's put the pawns here, 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 and here, here. Okay, so this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 by 2, 5 by 2, 4 by 2, 5 by 2. And the next one's going to be here. Okay, 4 by 7, 5 by 7. Next ones are going to be here, here. Oh, actually, let's put them here. So 2 by 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 by 6, 4, 6, 2 by 4, and then 2 by 6, 2, 2, 4, and 6. And the last two are going to be 7 by 4 and 7 by 6. 6. Whoa. What the? Do we have an extra pawn? 2 by 4 and 2 by 6? I think we have one extra pawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 pawns. Don't want 1. Okay, so 2 by 4, 2 by 6, and 7 by 4 and 7 by 6. Okay, I think that's all of them. Eventually, we might. I think we can let people choose where they wanna put their army, or where they wanna place their army, like how they wanna arrange it. But we're not gonna do that just yet. So player user 7 and register. There we go. That's kind of an odd arrangement. Look at that. That's so weird. You know what? We should. I think we should put it like this. Like that. I think that looks. No, but then it leaves the king and the queen unprotected. Yeah. Okay. I'm happy with this. All right. So let me commit this, and then we'll do one last thing before we start. Army placement. So the last thing we're going to do is we'll load the map right where we loaded the army. So you know how every time we start up, it's always loading at the 0, 0 point, like this. Yeah, this is the 0, 0 point. So So what we want to do is we want to load wherever the king, wherever the king is for the player, because you know, we might be in the middle of the game and you know, yeah. So let's load. So we want to show up like this, even if we're not at the 0 point. So let's return the position of the king. I think that's something we have to do on the front end. So let's see where we loaded the army. Game.init, player init, scene init, object.init. Player. There we go. Okay, so player init. We're gonna need to. So this gives us the position of the player. Where do we load the map? Map.init. Map load quadrants. So this is why we're always loading at the 0, 0 point. And so we need to feed to grab something and then put it in here. Load quadrants. Object load quadrant. So yeah, so object.load quadrant is going to grab the cells of 10 around x and y, and then it's going to load those cells. So when you put in 0, 0, it's going to load this guy. It's going to load this guy, and then it's going to grab this quadrant, and then because we also loaded the quadrants around it, it's showing up here as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this guy's coordinate somehow, and then feed that into map.init, and feed that into this guy here. So let's see where we called map.init. Here. Okay, so map.init comes after the player, so we can, I think, after we load the player, we're gonna get the player's king's position, right? So let's see, where should we load? Where should we? So we have the player here, and we could include the player's king's position in the player get. So what's the players.js? API players. So here where we get the player, we can get the player's king's position. So player find 1, and then we can find the player's king, and then return that and include that inside the return result here. So let's see. Who should be responsible for getting the king? Okay. We have the player, we have the cells. So obviously not the cell. Not the cell. We can let the... Actually, we have pieces. But then pieces will have to know about... we have this guy. But then pieces would have to know about player, which I don't want, because can lead to circular include. So when cells is being included into pieces, that's not what we want. Let's take that out. Game player. Let's just put it into game. So here, because game is like a level above the pieces and the players and the cells, so we can include these files in game. But if we start to include, cells in players, and then later on we include players in pieces, and then we include pieces in cells, it's gonna lead to circular include, and it's gonna load empty objects for these guys, and then our code is gonna stop working. So let's put game. Oh Jesus. No. That's a bad idea. Okay. I think we're gonna have to do it this way. Let's not include cells, but include cell. Oops, sorry. Player, and then cell. I think it's pretty safe to include the models in this file right here, because we're not actually include cells. We have two different things. We have cells, and then we have API cells. What we don't want is to include this guy in here. We don't want this. That's not what we want. This is what we want. But it's safe to include this guy because it's just a model, and it never includes anything. So the model is this. Oh, oops, sorry, not cell, piece. So this model it doesn't have a lot of dependencies. So it's like at the bottom of the thing. So we can include that. Okay, so players, and then when we get a player, let's also find the position for the oh hey, yeah, it's all JavaScript. On the front end is JavaScript, and the back end is Node.js, which is also JavaScript. So yeah, you can see it's kind of weird JavaScript looking. Like you can recognize a try and catch and return. So the player is, let's put the player here. Bar player and bar piece king is null. So we're gonna put the player. Use the player, and then and then we're gonna call done air. And then here we're going to call the piece, find one, where the player is the player that we just found, and we also want the piece. Let me double check the. Yeah, I've been doing this for I think 3 years now. I'm mostly like a web developer, and I just started to get interested in game development. Still have a lot to learn. I don't do a lot of like really advanced JavaScript stuff. Like I still don't know how to use promises, like these things, promises and queue and all that. So I don't know how to do like templating. Okay. So pieces are gonna have, let's see, it has the kind and it has the player. So we want to look for the player. We could do this player dot. I wonder if wonder what happens if you don't find the player. Does this return an error? You know what? Let's do a test. Because I'm kind of curious what happens if it doesn't find the player here. Like, I think it should return an error, but I don't think it does because errors are usually for. So let's print the error. Let's print the player, and then we'll call null here just as a test. So I want, let's say name is equal to some non-existent player, and see what it does. So okay. And yeah. So are you looking forward to making games or like just like web development? That's what I do in my day job. Somebody's telling me about this. Oops. Where's the? Oh, there we go. So I think it's here. Okay, so I'm just gonna test and see what happens when you load and it doesn't find any player. It should crash. Can get player info. So it doesn't return. And what the hell? How come it doesn't find anything? I mean, how come it doesn't print anything right here? Error is null? Oh, so that means that error is null and error is null and player is also null. That's why it doesn't print. Let me see. Console.log. Just testing. Stringify and null. What in the hell? Is this because of error and then player? This is very strange. Yeah, backend development. That's what I do in my day job. I don't have a lot of like front-end development experience. Like this thing here, the game is like the most front-end I've done in 2 years. User 9. Actually, what are we doing? Let's load. It doesn't even print anything here. Is it trying to get a player? Oh, it doesn't know who we are. That's why it doesn't. So let's register. And I think it's because we have to sign in first. Okay, I think this is gonna break. It's gonna print something and then it's gonna break. There we go. Error null, player null. Okay, that's why. So what happens is if you're trying to find a player and the player doesn't exist, this is going to be null and player is going to be also null. So we have to do some checking. See if I'm from Canada. Where are you guys from? So we have to do some checking over here. If player, then we return. We're gonna have to do return null, player, actually if air done here, else if player done null player, just null, because we already put the player out here, and so it's going to be available for the later calls. Else done info. Maybe it's a good idea to error get player. Yeah, okay. So then info. Where I want to add some useful feedback here, but we never use it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Error players get player not found, and then we can add some data, name. Oh no, doesn't matter. Okay, so that's that, and then so if we get here, that means that a player has been found, and we can look for the kind that is the king, and if find one, so the format is going to be the same as the piece. It's the same as the up here. So let me just copy this. Oh, cool! Isn't it like Belgium? Isn't it midnight there? It's 7 o'clock right here. Belgium, I think, is 7 hours, 6 hours ahead. So here, and then, oops, what just happened? There we go. So player piece player get piece not found. Okay, so what happens if there's no piece? If there's no piece, that means the player has lost the king, and he should have lost. He shouldn't even be in there. So I don't think we have to worry about that. Right? Let's just add something up here. If there's no piece, then why would we get the player? If piece, we might we can just return, assuming, yeah, post done, no. Computer specs, my computer specs. I have an Asus Alienware, Republic of Gamers laptop. I'm not sure about the specific gigahertz or CPU, that kind of stuff. I have another one, the Mac, which I prefer to develop on, but it's not as powerful. That's why I had to switch over a couple days ago. So if it doesn't find a piece, we can just return the piece as null. And on the client, we'll do checking to see if we have the piece in. Let's put it piece king. Let's have consistent name. Piece king. Piece nope. King. Make it explicit that we're looking for a king. So player find one piece to play. Okay, I think that should be it. And so let's go to the client. What's wrong with Java? Oh, it's not Java, by the way. It's this is JavaScript. Somebody was asking about that earlier. Player.init, and so we're gonna initialize the player, and then we'll player.init, and we'll pass back the player 2. So this will tell us. Whoop! Hold on here. API.js. So players.get player.get. Okay, so if there's a player, then we return the player. Actually, if let's return everything, and this should include, because that's in documentation here. So re is equal to okay true player, and then also king, which could be null. King. So okay, right? If re and re is okay. Let's see where we use the player.get. We just changed the index.js. Do we use that one? Okay, good. So that's the only place that we use it. So player is equal to re, and then player is equal to re dot player, and the king. So let's put this here. This way we can pass the king back to this guy. So we can pass it here, and then bar we want to init the map to here. This is the king. Okay, so the king is null, and king equals underscore king, and underscore king player.init. Let's put the king. If error, then we return. Otherwise, we know that there's a player, so we pass that in there, and so that should do. Okay. And here we're gonna check if king, then we're gonna do map init. Actually, no. Well, x, y equals 0. X equals y equals 0. And we'll replace x and y if there's a king, we'll replace x and y with king.x and y equals king.y, and then we'll put x, y, map.init. So let's go up here and x, y, Oh, big X, big Y. Yeah, let's change it to small x, small y. Change this guy to big X, big Y, X, Y, and this to little x, little y. Okay, sorry, right, that should work. Low quadrants x, y. I think so. So let's and then we're gonna need to sign in again. User 1, hey, log in. Oh, we logged in. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I think that worked because we showed up at the quadrant where the king is. Okay, let's sign in as a user 8. Oh, we don't have user 8. Wait, it's user 6. Okay. What the hell? Oh, okay. So we log. Oh, what? Something's wrong, guys. This is our army. Let me print something. Let me print what x and y are. Also, that's one. X is 4 and y is 35. Yeah, that seems right. So 0, 0 is over here, right? This is 10, 20, 20, 30. So the king is here. So 30, 35, yeah. So 4 and 35, yeah. But why isn't it loading this grid? Could it be anything? So what's going on at the map.low quadrants? Continue, check. So load map floor. So here it's looking for the X and Y quadrants. So it's gonna do load quadrant, big X, big Y. So load quadrant. Geometry. Plane. X and Y game units round to nearest multiple quadrant size. That should be correct. Quadrant units 1040, 1030, 1020, 0. So So units -10, -20, -10, okay, so why is it loading -10? Oh, because it's, yeah, -20, 30, 40, 20, 30, 40, 20, 30, 40. Yeah, so it's doing the right thing. It has the right units. Why isn't it, is it because we're not rendering? This render is right here. This might take a while. Bits material seen at line. Why is it that it loads for the 0 point, but it's not loading for the Let's see whose army is this. Let's try and log in as the other guys. User 5A. Okay, user 6. That was 6, right? 7 and login. Okay, something's different. So it's loading for this guy. Alright, it's loading for this guy right here. But it's not moving. Oh. Oh, I get it. Okay, I see what's going on. So 6, let's go back to this guy. So it's loading, there we go, see? It's loading here, but it didn't move the map over. Ah, stupid me. Okay, so let's see why, let's see where we can move this guy. Okay, so that works. Let's see where, I think we need to move the camera. Okay, the camera is position, camera, set from camera. Camera position, okay, here we go. Init camera. So the camera is initialized at the init cam position, but we don't have the X and Y positions. So let's take X and Y, and then we'll set S equals to X and Y equals to Y. So init camera, where do we use init camera? Init camera is in scene. So let's take, yep. So let's take X and Y, and scene takes X and Y. Let's see where we init the scene. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there, and we'll put X and Y here. That should work, I think. Whoa. What in the hell? Okay, I think this is, we can't just set the X and Y position. We need to translate the camera, because I think this is something that's specific to 3JS, is that you need to, if you like the first time that you load the camera, you have to set it to only the Z position. Don't quote me on this, but I think that's a quirk. Camera dot position dot Z. Okay, so we can't do this. We have to. Let me see. Let me see how people move it. So 3JS translate camera. Move the camera on its look axis. Nope. Translate it along world axis. Translate X. Moving the camera. I think translate X. Try to implement translation using pen on iPad. Translate X. I think this is it. Yeah, I think it's translate X. Maybe. Let's see. Camera dot translate X and translate Y. Jesus. Is the order matter? Nope. What's going on? Translate camera. With position Z. Position plus look at. Drifting a bit, not moving toward the look axis. Translate Z. Looking down is negative Z axis. So you want to do this. Let's translate X, Y, Z. Is in world space, camera composition. Translate X, Y, Z works in object space for something like camera position. Is in world space. But that's what we were doing before. Scene dot camera. Just gonna see if changing the order matters. Oh my god. This is a very weird thing. Combine rotation. Translate along world axis after rotation. Plus speeds 1 3. Camera this rotated 45 degrees down. Camera only moves along this loop axis. No, they are not. The best thing for you to do is look at the source code so you can see exactly what. That's the same thing. Moving the camera. Actually, how does so I can move the camera like this, but this is from a module that somebody else wrote. Let's see. Play HTML. So it's from using this thing trackball controls. So let me look at the trackball controls. Pan speed, no pan start, pan touch, zoom. That's no, it's just pan camera. Mouse change. Length. Pan is this object position at pan. Where's the camera? What's target? Does anyone know how to work with 3.js by any chance? Static moving, zoom start, pan camera. Mouse change object up, pan. I don't see anything that. Oh, I is this I. What is this I? Copy I. This I seems like a position. Target moving, pan start, copy. It's not very. Object dot position. I think if this zoom camera, if this pan camera, so I think pan camera just updates some variable, and then down here it does this dot object dot look at. I think we might have to hold on, let me check something. Okay, interesting. So we are gonna have to look at, after we move, we're gonna have to look at something. Huh. Let me try that. Play.js. So after we move, we're gonna need to look at 0. Let me see how to look at camera. 3.js camera look at. Moving the camera up. Look at rotations in 3.js camera. Look at new vector.3. Look at z-axis. Look at z-axis. The object's rotated so that its internal z-axis points towards the target vector. Let's just try and look at scene camera, look at new 3 dot vector 3 x y and z is 0. I'm gonna cross my fingers. Oh my god. X, Y, Z. No, that's not it at all. Up. Camera dot up. Huh. Hold on. I think this is it. Camera position. And then change the vector to units. Let me try this. Scene dot camera dot up equals. Oh, look at that. Huh, interesting. Hold on. So up is 0, 0, 1. But what we want to point to is up and then rotate. We are going to have to rotate this guy. So what up does is it just sets the no, that's not right. We want up to be the y-axis. So we want this 0, 1, and then 0. Oh, it already is. Huh? It's kind of tilted. Are you guys bored yet? Okay, well, look at 0, 0. I'm just gonna try things blindly. See one of them. Hope that one of them sticks. Camera, look at up. Jesus. So why isn't it? Oh wait. Just try and get a feel for these things. Up is... Why is this so weird? Zero and 1. I have no idea what it's doing. Okay, let's look at some documentation. 3JS camera up. Way to change. It always gives me the Stack Overflow questions. I see that the Collada loader has what is that there. Then when you call, Collada loader is a way to set the up axis to Z. Is there a way to do that in 3JS? The up axis. But our original orientation is not really. Let me print out. This is useful. Okay, so print out the scene, the unmodified up, and then can we look at the, what is the look at, oops, 3JS, can look at, is that a thing? I know look at is a function, but is it also a camera matrix inverse projection? Look at. Let's print out scene camera. No, it's a function. So target maybe. Scene camera dot target. Let's see what these guys print out as defaults, and then we'll oh, what's this? Line 398. Oh. 398. Let's delete that. Target. Okay, so what does the target print out? Oop, it's undefined target, and up is XYZ. Okay. So let's set the X and Y position and see what this guy prints out. X is also 0, Y is also 1, and Z is also 0. Okay, so it's looking up, but why is it why is it weird? Camera. Target is undefined. Target position. Cannot set the position. I think, whoa. I think it's looking at the 0, 0 point. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's looking at the 0, 0 point. Oh, okay. So it's always looking at 0, 0. Okay. So we need to tell them to stop looking at the 0, 0 point and look at something new. X, Y, 0, 0. But we've been doing this. You know what? No. 3 dot vector 3. Vector 3, position X, Y, and Z. Yeah. Camera rotation 2. Oh, you guys are still here. Thanks for the tip. Attention, we just need to invert and see object position. Position is a position is a 3JS position. Is an object 3D. What is a vector 3D then? Look at point. Controls.target.set. Find the current look at of camera. 3 set and read camera look vector. Construct a point to look at by directly where is it? I'm gonna vector the camera's position, then call. What? You can ever construct a point to look at by adding your look vector to the camera's position. Adding your look vector? What? Oh. So here's how to determine the direction in which the camera's looking. Down is internal negative z-axis. Okay, good. So create a vector pointing down the negative z-axis. Okay. Now apply the same vector rotation to the vector that is applied to something about this thing here that is, I think, apply quaternion. Could it be we need to apply? Okay, I'm gonna take a shot in the dark here. So var target equals, oops, x y, and then we're gonna do target dot, let's print it out. Target, okay, and then apply quaternion, copy, paste, camera, scene.camera, position. Let's see if it changes. If not, maybe this is just something that does it in place. And then target. Does this work? Nope. What? XY. It didn't change. X44, 35. Console X435. Maybe this. Oh my god. What's going on? Nope. Quaternion. What is a quaternion? Rotating things without end. Why is it so strange looking? Let's go back to the simple stuff. Set and read camera look. Turning left side right. Hey, that looks promising. Camera position XY. Camera position. C dot position. If you want to rotate around the Y axis, then you change the X and the coordinate. Turning left side right. Oh, he's just rotating. That's not what we want. Okay. How do vectors work? Turning left and now vectors. 0, 0, 1. Is it looking at what if we just wanted to look at 0, 0, minus 1? It's not doing anything. Why is it looking at doing what in the world? Where else do we have camera? C dot camera. That seems to be everything. I'm trying to send the position. Rotated by 90 degrees for Y. I think this guy's having a similar problem to we do. You need to study Euler angles. Okay, what are Euler angles? This is all pretty complicated. The motion relationship. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Specify the up vector of the camera before 0, 0, 0. Place the camera on the y-axis. I remember seeing a bug once about setting the camera in position to Z. 3JS camera Z position. Position equals 5. To create a key. What happens if we don't do this? This is scene dot camera dot set. What was it? Set position? Position dot set. Set x, y, k, unit, can, position. It's the same thing. Okay. Up should be the same. What if we don't have a z? Okay. Interesting. So it's z, but it's looking at the. It's still looking at the 0, 0 point. And okay. I think that narrows it down a little bit. So now we just have to figure out why it's not looking at where we want it to look. We want it to look at this thing. X, y, and z is equal to 0. We want it to look at here, but it's not doing that. 3JS camera. Look at always point to origin. Set and read camera. We just saw this. Does not have a look vector, so you cannot set it. We saw this. Instructable can use target of center. For the camera, so blender. Yes, camera. Okay, not working. Not working. Oh, somebody had the same idea as we did. Camera has no effect. Look at the source. Track. Oh, what the? The target. Oh. Interesting. We're using trackball controls, so I think later forever. Yeah, that's us. Okay, trackball controls. We need to set the target. Okay, so I think where is trackball controls? Controls here. So we set the okay. So init controls. Where are we calling init controls? It's in okay. X and Y. Init controls. X, Y, target. It's not here, and so we need to set the target to where trackball, yes, trackball controls, target. Target is equal to new 3 vector. Okay, so target is a vector 3. So we need to set the target to controls dot target equals new 3 3 dot vector 3 and x, y, and 0. This better work. Woo! Okay. That's, wow, that was that was a weird bug. Okay. So I think that's the only place that we have to use it. Let's not do that again. Target controls. Let's double check here. Okay. So okay. Okay. Let's put a note here that. Let's put a note here. Here. Let's put a note. Need to set trackball controls target to X, Y, Z. Otherwise you get a look at bug. See control stuff. Right. And controls. Okay. All right. So let's commit this, and I think we'll call it a day. Git at move camera to army position. Okay, so let me double check here. User 7, okay, login. There we go. Cool. That's very cool. All right. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. There's one person left. Going to play. All right, I'll see you tomorrow or the next day, maybe. All right.